Hello, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. I'm Luis Sanchez, and welcome to Cowboys, your #1 channel for everything about the Lone Star. Today, we're diving deep into one of the hottest stories in the NFL right now, the Dallas Cowboys' interest in Jaire Alexander, one of the top cornerbacks in the league over the past few years. Could he really be the perfect solution to Mike Nolan's secondary issues? Let's break it all down. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever fresh Cowboys news drops. It's quick, free, and helps a ton. Thanks, Cowboys Nation. Jaire Alexander is, without a doubt, one of the most respected names among NFL cornerbacks in recent years. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 2018, in the second round, 55th overall, Alexander quickly showcased his potential. With impressive physical traits, speed, strength, man-to-man coverage skills, and football IQ, he became a key part of Green Bay's defense. In 2021, after a brilliant season where he led the team in passes defended and was considered one of the league's top 5 corners, he signed a major deal. 4 years, $84 million, with $61 million guaranteed. A well-deserved recognition of his elite level. Over the last few seasons, Alexander has remained consistent against top-tier receivers. In the postseason especially, he's stepped up his game. 3 interceptions in just 7 playoff games, making him one of the league leaders in that stretch. When he's on the field, his allowed completion rate is among the lowest in the NFL, making him incredibly tough to beat. But there's a big however in this story. Since 2021, Jaire has unfortunately dealt with serious injury issues. In 2022, he suffered a devastating ACL tear that kept him out for most of the season. His recovery has been long, and although he returned in 2023, he struggled to regain his previous physical and technical form. On top of that, in February 2024, Alexander was suspended for 1 week by the NFL for conduct detrimental to the team, raising concerns about his discipline and locker room behavior. The suspension came after a rocky period in Green Bay, with reports of unexcused absences and lack of commitment to practices, according to local media. After being released, several teams expressed interest, and now the Cowboys are emerging as serious contenders to sign him. But is the risk worth the reward? The answer is simple. The secondary is in dire need of help. Despite the heavy investment in Trevon Diggs, who was All-Pro in 2021, recent performances have been inconsistent. In 2023, Diggs suffered a major Achilles injury and isn't expected back until mid-2025, depending on recovery. That left Kaiir Elam and Shavon Revel as the immediate options, but neither has met expectations so far. Defensive coordinator Mike Nolan urgently needs leaders in the secondary, someone with authority, experience, and physical dominance in coverage. That's where Jaire Alexander fits in. Despite the injury history, he's the ideal profile, an elite player when healthy, capable of lifting the entire defense. If he arrives in Dallas physically and mentally fit, he could absolutely make a difference. Plus, his average annual salary would be much lower than his previous contract since he's now a free agent. A short-term deal, 2 or 3 years, with performance-based bonuses would be a relatively safe bet if the Cowboys' medical staff gives him the green light. While we speculate about veterans, we can't ignore the future. The 2025 draft promises to be full of defensive talent, especially on the line and in the secondary. Thanks to the team-building approach of Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones, the Cowboys are well-positioned to target some rising stars. One name gaining momentum in mock drafts is Kool-Aid McKinstry, a cornerback out of Alabama. He had a strong college season, showcasing elite speed, agility in coverage, and solid tackling. He improved his physical metrics significantly at the Combine, making him a great fit for NFL standards. Another possible target is DJ James, also from the SEC, known for his impact on special teams, something highly valued by special teams coach John Fassel. If the Cowboys choose to focus on development, both players could be strategic targets in the first or second round. Aside from Alexander, another name surfacing in NFL circles is Tre'Davious White, former star of the Buffalo Bills and one of the best left-side corners in recent years. White was released after a rough 2023 season due to injuries and declining performance. Still, he's seen as a high-level player with big game experience and leadership potential. If the Cowboys prefer a safer bet, a potential trade could involve a third or fourth-round pick in 2026. This move would make sense if the team prioritizes immediate help, especially given the uncertainty around Diggs and Elam. Of course, that decision hinges directly on the available budget. The Cowboys currently have reasonable cap space, but would need to adjust or restructure some contracts to open room for new signings. The temporary absence of Dak Prescott's deal helps ease that pressure, offering flexibility to strengthen critical areas. Bringing Jerry Alexander to the Cowboys would be a high-risk, high-reward move. If he stays healthy and finds redemption, he could become the leader the secondary so desperately needs. However, his recent injury and discipline history make fans understandably hesitant. On the flip side, investing in young talent through the draft or targeting experienced alternatives via trade are equally valid strategies. It all depends on what Mike McCarthy and Stephen Jones decide for the upcoming free agency window and the 2025 draft. So, Cowboys Nation, what do you think about a possible Jerry Alexander signing? Is it worth the risk for an elite player, even with his injury history? Or should the team focus on the draft and cheaper alternatives? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Share with your fellow Lone Star fans, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Every interaction helps us keep bringing you exclusive content about your favorite team. Until next time, and remember, America's team never sleeps, and neither do we.